Ladies and gentlemen, friends and fudders, paper and diamond hands alike, welcome to another YouTube video. I just want to do a quick little spin here because it's been about 2 weeks since I've made a video, and I just want to talk about where the market's at and what I'm looking at for Roar coming up because the chart is looking really spicy. But before I get into it here, guys, just know none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never tell you what to do with your money. And this video is not sponsored by Roar and Kitty Token. The project is 100% decentralized. There is no owner, no dev, no team. It's just a CTO, and I'm just a community member that likes the token. And of course, I like talking about it too. So looking at the overall market here, I got the Bitcoin chart up on TradingView. Bitcoin's down a bit today, but in bigger news, Ethereum is up and has been nothing but up for like the last 3 days. It passed over $4,900, which is a pretty big deal. Lots of different publications were posting about this here this afternoon. Seems like you go through and read them. Seems to be split 50-50 about people thinking Ethereum's going to pull back tomorrow or Ethereum's going to go into price discovery. We'll see what happens, but whatever happens, I'm not selling. I am hodling. Yeah, something else I found that I didn't know. The head of the IRS crypto resigned. So Trish Turner, who was the U.S. IRS running its efforts in digital assets, she's the latest senior official to leave for the private sector. So I know there's a lot of rumors, and I could think rumors is probably a good word, going around that Trump wants to cut taxes on crypto or eliminate taxes on crypto. So if there's some sort of shakeup in legislation for crypto tax yet this year, that would be really cool. I would really like that. I was actually just about to go through my holdings, my wallet transactions, and pick out, starting from October of this year, what will be long-term and short-term capital gains and where I have to exit price-wise to net $10 million. It's kind of my new goal here, I guess. I want to net $10 million after tax and tithe. So, yeah, where I stand right now with Roar, I'm sitting at about $36,000 with just over 5 million Roar, but I'm actually higher than that because I have some Roar on Shibarium. I got about 300,000 Roar on Shibarium. It doesn't show up for some reason. Only the Roar I have on Ethereum shows up on my little tracker. So I haven't figured that out, and I haven't really put a lot of effort into figuring it out because I don't really care. But I'm sitting pretty good. And if we look at the chart for Roar right now, the chart overall, it's looking pretty good. You can tell there's a lot of resistance up around here. We've had it since June. But I always keep telling everyone, like, if Roar can break 0.007 and hold above 0.007, it's going to be off to the races. And looking at the chart, we don't have a lot of resistance up around a penny. I feel like it wouldn't take a whole lot for Roar to break a penny and go test all-time highs. And when it tests all-time highs, it's off to the races. Moon scenario, maybe a $200 million market cap. That's me talking as an amateur. Don't take my guesses for gospel. But, there is an HTX listing pending for Roaring Kitty. And if Roar can get on HTX, that will be huge. And that could really pump the price of Roar pretty high. I am looking... there's two coins I typically compare Roar to as to potential price points that Roar could reach yet this cycle, just because of the circulating supply being around 1 billion. So one of them is Fartcoin. Fartcoin's around 1 billion tokens in circulations, and the all-time high this year is $2.61, and Fartcoin has 90 different exchange listings. So the reason why I look at the exchange listings is because the exchanges typically they do volume, they bring volume into the project, which raises the price of that asset. And another project that I keep an eye on, Dog with Hat, ticker's WIF, it is also around $1 billion token supply, and the all-time high is just under $5, $4.85. If you look at it on Dex Tools, it's like 490 something, but this is CoinMarketCap, of course. But exchanges, WIF is on like almost 200 exchanges. So you would think if Roar could land between 90 and 200 exchanges, you could see Roar, around $3 or higher, which doesn't seem like an unrealistic possibility if you look at these other projects. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, and I'm just keeping an eye on the X account, what the X account is posting. This is the Roar X account at Roaring Kitty 22, the official X account for Roaring Kitty Token CTO. Guys, if you aren't following Roar, I will leave the link to the X account in the description. I'll also leave a link to the chart. And yeah, Roar, the X account numbers keep growing. If you look at the wallet holdings for Roar, the holders keep growing. So a lot of really good signs for a very large parabolic move to happen sometime soon, I would imagine. And something else I'm watching too, GameStop. So Roar having that GameStop narrative, it moves with GME. And if you search GME on X, there's a lot of really bullish posts about GME. As you look here, you got this bullish triangle drew by this guy. And he's looking for a breakout. And if you just scroll, here's another one, some guy talking about the patterns and where he expects it to go, another triangle similar to the other guy. And there's another one down here somewhere. Yep, right here. I think, yeah, he's looking to fill the $28 gap with the next move up. So that would be really, really big, because if GME could get up around $30 and look really exciting again, what does that mean for Roar? Well, people are just going to buy the Roar meme coin, because that's what people do for whatever reason. I can't tell you why people do that, but they just do. Yeah, and the earnings report, the next earning report is just a little over 2 weeks away. It's on September 9th for GameStop. So, I mean, if GME can move up to around $30 in the next 2 weeks, which seems to be semi-possible if you just read public sentiment, this could be pretty exciting. So, yep, that's about all I got for you guys. The Roaring Kitty CTO, they're still minting NFTs for liquidity for Bone. They got one going right now where if you mint this NFT, you will win $10,000. I think you got to go into the Telegram after claiming that NFT to claim your prize of 10,000 USDT. These are minted on OpenSea, so when you mint it, it's just going to be like a blank little flip thing. The NFTs aren't going to be revealed until the whole collection is minted out. As you can see, we've minted about 123 NFTs, and all these proceeds are going to buy Bone for the liquidity on Shibarium. And I believe there's NFTs for Solana coming at some point. I know the community was talking about it. I don't know if something got put into motion, though. I probably should have checked that out before I made this video. But, guys, if you are part of the Roaring Kitty community, go mint your NFT and support your Roar bag, because when we add liquidity, we got to pair it with Roar. So the community is buying Roar off of the open market and trying to raise the price floor for Roar, because when you take that Roar off of the open market, you reduce the supply that can never be bought by day traders and such. So that's just a plus. Also, if you have a bag of Bone, Bone is the gas token for Shibarium. It also helps your Bone bag too. So a lot of really cool things could happen, especially with Bone being down and all the drama going on in the Shibarium ecosystem right now. I think if Roar could, where's the chart? If Roar could really break the all-time high and move, I think it's possible that you see a lot of Bone holders who are down on their bag move some of their holdings into Roar to try to make up for some of their losses. Also, this could be good for Bone, because with Roar trading on Shibarium, people may come onto Shibarium to buy Bone or I'm sorry, to buy Roar, and they would use Bone to buy Roar, thus increasing the demand for Bone, making the price spike. So, Roar going parabolic, getting a bunch of exchange listings like Fartcoin and Whiff have, that could be really good for Shibarium. So if you are part of the Shib army, if you are a Shibazin and you are not part of the Roaring Kitty community, I believe it would be very beneficial if you were to consider it and then, do it. Buy a bag of Roar, a bag of Bone, mint an NFT. It's a community effort because, projects where the community leads are projects that are successful. You look at Turbo, you look at Popcat, you look at SPX 6900. A lot of community run tokens are very, very successful. And these are the tokens that you buy and hold and trade on the macro with the market. So, guys, that's not financial advice, of course. But, yeah, that's all I got. So, yeah, if you haven't minted a Roaring Kitty NFT, or maybe you're interested in, just maybe trying to win that $10,000, go ahead and mint one on OpenSea. And yeah, come into the Telegram, Roaring Kitty Telegram. Great place. You just go here, go to the link tree, and the Telegram link is right there. The Roaring Kitty Telegram is a wonderful Telegram, wonderful community, Shiba level raiders, lots of GameStop energy. Great place. The Roaring Kitty Telegram is a great place. So, okay, now that is all I have. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. So, I don't know when I'm going to make another video. Maybe I'll do a portfolio update on TikTok, but that's about it. So, guys, I will see you in the next one. Or I'll see you in the Roar Telegram. I'm in there almost every day. All right, bye.